Joyce versus Bryant Jennings. Fight is taking place tonight on the undercard of Daniel Dubois versus Nathan Gorman. I'm taking Joyce to win this fight, either on points or by late stoppage. Some people are saying that Jennings has got a real chance to win. I do think it's a competitive fight, which is why I like the fight. I think both of these big heavyweight bouts on the show are competitive. I think Dubois Gorman is competitive. I think Joyce Jennings is competitive. But in both cases, I'm picking a winner. And in this case, I'm picking Joyce. Jennings' movement is good. But Joyce is the most active fighter in terms of work rate that Jennings would have ever been in the ring with, at least when it comes to big heavyweights. Joyce throws more punches than Vladimir Klitschko, throws more punches than Luis Ortiz, throws more punches than Oscar Rivas. This guy throws a hell of a lot of punches. He is in tremendous physical condition. And Joyce, although he's very slow-handed, he doesn't have slow feet. Do not kid yourself for a second into thinking that Joyce is slow-footed. He's not. He's got very fast feet for a big man. He can close down the distance. I mean, we saw that when he fought, what's the Jamaican guy called again? Who Dave Allen fought a couple times. I forget his name, the Jamaican southpaw. In that fight, that guy was backpedaling at 100 miles an hour, but he couldn't get away from Joyce. Joyce's feet are fast. If he wants to catch you, he'll catch you. Even when Joyce fought his pro debut against Ian Lewison, he was moving around the ring like a lightweight. Joyce in that fight. Very fast feet for a big man, which does somewhat compensate for his very slow hands and his lack of defense. Bryant Jennings, I wouldn't imagine, is going to be able to hurt Joyce. I mean, anything is possible, but in my estimation, he ain't going to be hurting Joyce. So, and Jennings has very fast feet himself. Okay, Jennings probably does have a speed advantage in terms of feet and hands over Joyce. But nonetheless, I don't think the foot speed differential is that much between the pair of them. Yeah, when Joyce decides to get up on his toes anyway. Sometimes Joyce likes to plod. And when he's plodding, yeah, he looks a bit cumbersome. But when he gets up on his toes and starts moving around as he can move them feet fast. And if he has to, I think he can move his feet fast enough to track Jennings down, outwork him, outstrength him, and take a decision. You know, Jennings boxes fairly well on the outside, but it's nothing special, you know. Still has some rawness to him because Jennings didn't have an extensive amateur background. So still has some rawness to him in terms of his technique. And I just don't think he's going to be slick enough to be able to keep Joyce off him for whatever it is, 10 rounds, 12 rounds. I don't think he'll be slick enough. I think Joyce will get to him. Joyce will start landing on the body, the head, and eventually Jennings will succumb to that. And as I say, I'm going to take Joyce to win the fight either on points or a late stoppage in a competitive fight. You know, please don't misconstrue my breakdown of this fight and think, oh, that man thinks it's just going to be a walk in the park for Joyce. Hell no. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. I'm expecting Jennings to win rounds. Just as I'm expecting Nathan Gorman to win rounds in the Dubois fight. Yeah, I'm not expecting one-sided affairs. I'm expecting competitive fights. But in terms of the outcome, ultimately, I think Joyce will be too big, too strong, and too active, have too high a work rate for Bryant Jennings. And I think he'll take it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.